What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me doing the Heroes Arena Masters difficulty with 4 teams or less, guys. A very highly requested video as of late, man. I know, guys, that we're coming out with the Heroes Arena videos. They'll have to come out through the next few days here. Heroes Arena this season, guys, is a very difficult time. Just because of Gelda, man. I think Gelda is probably like the biggest threat in all these Heroes Arenas, especially since Gelda going first is, it's just really hard to deal with, man. So yeah, in this Masters difficulty video, we are going first ourselves because Masters difficulty, I feel like, is the kind of the threshold for a lot of like regular general Grand Cross players to be able to do it. Since you are able to run links, and going first is not going to be that bad considering it's only 300,000 combat class. So yeah, guys, before we actually hop into the video, though, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to the 50,000 subscribers. I definitely do appreciate all the support on the channel as of late, guys. Thank you so much, man, for all the support. And with that out of the way, let's hop into Masters and go over each of the teams here for what we're using. So hopping in here, I'm going to waste a little bit of stamina here. One thing to mention, guys, is that Escanor is a boost unit right now as of the time I'm recording this video. There are going to be other boost units out as well once their banners do release. So, in a week from now on JP, we will be getting another boost unit, and there'll be another 20% all stats buffer. So you can bear that in mind when building teams in terms of like what you're using. You don't necessarily have to follow exactly what I'm running, but just I'm kind of just giving you guys ideas in terms of teams that you can use, and I do show these strategies in the actual video. So yeah, so Escanor is a boost unit. He has a 20% all stats buffer until his banner leaves. Once his banner does leave for the rest of the Heroes Arena season, it will be a 10% all stats buffer. So for the first team here, guys, in terms of what we're running, this is what the the fights do look like. For the first team, though, we are running the 7 Deadly Sins team, and so in terms of the setup here, we got the brand new ultimate Escanor. Again, he's the the main boost unit of the season, so he's gonna be 20% all stats. He's a festival that everyone's gonna be summoning on right now, so I feel like you guys definitely will be getting him. And then we do also have Infinity Merlin here, which is a free character from the Legendary Rush. Transcendent Bond is on the banner, and is just a character that I feel like at this point, guys, he's a year old now. A lot of people are gonna have this character, so I definitely do recommend Bond here. If you don't have Bond, you can run UR Gother, and that's a really good replacement as well. But he's gonna fit on the team here just to increase the HP related stats of the team. And then Jelly King here, guys, he is going to be on the team. He buffs basic stats for sins that are RGB. So Transcendent Bond will get the buff, but he won't get extra basic stats because of the fact that he is light. So in terms of the actual basic stat total, we're getting 8, 16, 24 for the entire team because of King. But because Bond is a light attribute, we don't get another 8% extra. Merlin is giving 15% basic stats because of her Holy Relic, and then Escanor here is giving 20% all stats on top of all of that, guys. And then in terms of the gear sets here that we are running HP defense on Escanor. You can run attack crit if you are going first, and you have like really good CC. If you're not, being able to out CC this fight, then definitely running HP defense will be the way to go. But you can run attack crit, and that's completely fine as well. But for this, I do have HP defense. For Merlin, we do have HP defense as well. Standard rolls, by the way, guys, for you guys wondering like what the rolls are, always going to be basic stat rolls. If we're running just a standard HP set, unless I mention anything out of the ordinary, you're usually going to be running just standard rolls, so nothing crazy. But yeah, that's going to be that right there. Moving on, Bond's going to be HP defense as well, and then moving on to King, he's going to be HP defense as well. But again, attack crit King is viable. Attack crit Escanor, I think, is viable as well. It honestly just depends on your CC, guys. Like, if you are able to LCC, and you have like a good chunk of CC extra, like as you guys can see, without links, I have a really good amount of CC extra. So even if I was running links here, I could probably switch, to attack crit Escanor, attack crit King, even attack crit maybe Bond too, honestly, like, or attack crit Merlin. Like, you really can do anything with this team as long as you LCC, though. That is the idea. And then the card set here, guys, we are running the basic stat card set. This is the one that gives 5% Sin basic stats. It has the Assault Melee card, Chad King, and the Demon King card, just to kind of remember what it looks like. Because we are on JP, so I can't read it. But yeah, guys, that is the first team right there. We'll have that team available, and then we'll move on to the next team after, this one's shown. So what I'll do in the video is I'll let the clip play for this team specifically, and then we'll move on to the Tower 2 and the team that we actually made for that. Alright guys, moving on to the Tower 2 here of the Masters Heroes Arena. We actually do got the Demon team here, guys. Now, in terms of the Demon team, you have a lot of options in terms of characters you can run. Ominous Nebula Zeldris here, I actually did decide to run at the end of the day because he was actually buffing the team a lot more than if I was to run Demon King or, you know, LR Zeldris. His Holy Relic, if you guys don't know, does provide basic stats for the team based on the amount of debuffs on the enemy, which is really nice for Zeldris and also DK Melee on the team because they deal a lot more damage. Zeldris, as his passive as well, does also increase attack related of demon allies, and it only works in PvP, but because Heroes Arena counts as a PvP content, this actually will, you know, allow Ominous Nebula to shine really well. Demon King Meliodas, guys, is going to be a staple here on the team. You can probably run Perg Melee, but I think overall Demon King Melee allows you to three card pretty much every fight in this like entire, like, you know, Heroes Arena completely. So yeah, I definitely do recommend having DK Melee. Astarosa is going to be a must run as well, because he is going to increase your basic stats, applying the darkness stacks on the enemy. And then the final character here guys, going to be Blue Kusak, because he actually does provide attack related buff for the team as well. And then in terms of the gear, in terms of what we're rocking, HP defense on Zeldris right there, attack crit on Meliodas. This is very important because I feel like having the damage from melee is going to be, you know, very, very needed. And then moving on, we have HP defense on Estarossa, and then HP defense on Kusak, guys. And then again, your links, you know, Saria Link melee probably is one that's a standard. Maybe Tamriel Link, you know, Estarossa or Kusak, just so they live a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, the links can be up to you guys. As long as you LCC, you're good. And then the card set that we have here as well is going to be the Demon card set. This is the one with the SSR Meliodas card, the SR Dian, and the R Bond card with the Oslo and Hawk cards. This one's going to be, I think it's 10% damage dealt to Demon allies, and then yeah, or to any allies but Demon allies. I think that's how it works. So, and you also get the 5% damage reduction. So there you guys go, man. That's the second tower team and all the gear and everything explained with this team, guys. Let's move on to the final team here in the final tower, and we'll go over what characters are available in that once the clip plays for this tower 2 team. So there you guys go. Alrighty guys, moving on to the final tower and the final team that we actually did use here for Heroes Arena. The final team, guys, is going to be the Goddess team now. For the Goddess team, because the team has a lot of CC, it is just a standard team that I think a lot of people can run. Mael, LR, Margaret, Queen Elizabeth is on the banner right now, so I actually did put her here. If you do have LR Elizabeth, I think that is another option as well, guys, so feel free to swap either LR Liz or Queen Liz. I think Queen Liz is better though, but you can run either of the characters. And then Sariel here is a replaceable character too. I think the best option probably is Tarmiel here, but I actually did run Sariel because I was confident that even if I was gonna die with Sariel, Queen Liz would provide the revive and keep him alive. So because he will be the the lowest HP character out of this entire team 100%. So yeah, so that's pretty much the setup right there. Queen Liz, LR Margaret, Mael, and then the red Sariel right there. Again, you are able to swap for red Tarmiel instead of Sariel, and then LR Liz instead of Queen Liz, and then regular Margaret does work fine instead of LR Margaret. But having LR obviously increases your CC is just a little bit better. So yeah, so in terms of the gear, let's talk about the gear here, guys, in terms of what we're rocking. Queen Liz is going to be on a HP defense set. I don't know why I have that HP defense on. That is the wrong one. You run HP defense. We do also have HP defense on Margaret, and then attack crit damage on Mael, guys. That is very important. Mael's going to be hitting a lot harder on attack crit. One thing to mention as well is I do have Mael's relic in this footage. So my Mael is going to be hitting a lot harder than your guys' Mael because of the relic. You don't necessarily need it, but it definitely does help in terms of getting those kills that you need on some of the fights in this tower, guys. So just bear that in mind. But that is something to take note. And then moving on from that, we have Sariel's gear. He's going to be on the HP defense as well. Or attack crit, I guess, as well. I mean, either or, but probably HP defense just so he's tanky a little bit better. And then yeah, and then in terms of links, they're all goddesses with graces, so probably just Tarmiel link on Queen Liz is probably your best bet. I mean, Sariel can't really run one, right? But if you do swap Tariel or Sariel for Tarmiel, then give Sariel link to Queen Liz, and then the rest of them can just be CC links. So yeah, there is that. Moving on to the card set, guys, we have the Goddess card set. This is the one with the Lolly, Merlin, Mael cards. This one gives 3% basic stats per Goddess on the team. So if you do have that, feel free. Again, guys, if you don't have these card sets, feel free to just do auto select CC and just put that just so you get some extra combat class. That also works too. Not having the card set is not the end of the world. It just obviously helps having them because you get obviously those extra stats, and it does help throughout the run. So there you guys go, man. That's the final tower right there. I'll let you guys enjoy the clip. We'll come back at the very end and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on Masters 4 teams or less. This was actually 3 teams or less, actually, so even better. So if you guys do have an extra team that you might want to use, feel free to add another team in there. I mean, there's a bunch of other teams you can run, fairies, there's Unknown, Ragnarok. There's a bunch of other teams you can run, guys. So not just these teams that I showed in this video, but these are just a few of the examples that I like to run personally. And yeah, we'll show you guys in the video. So we're gonna let this clip play, guys. We'll come back at the very end. I'll give you guys my final thoughts on the Heroes Arena Masters difficulty. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be the Masters difficulty right there of Heroes Arena. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. I will say right now, guys, that you probably want to do Masters over Champion and Challenger. We're going to be doing these videos probably throughout the weekend here. I'll have Champion and Challenger come out later this weekend. But one thing to mention, guys, is that Champion and Challenger are going to be a lot more difficult, man. Just a very, very difficult Heroes Arena this season, so... yeah, I mean, I'll just recommend right now do Masters. At this point, you're really only doing Heroes Arena for the extra gems, because you do gain 10 gems per these box, guys. These boxes right here, right? You get 2 gems per box. You get 5 of them if you do 4 teams or less. So that's 10 gems every single week. That's really, really good. Challenger does give you more gems, but it is really, really difficult, and I only recommend if you go first right now. So yeah, just tough stuff, man. But I will say though, guys, Masters difficulty is not that bad. Feel free to definitely give Masters a try, and hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. With that out of the way, man, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.